When the moon rises, the beast awakens. For centuries, stories have whispered of men who lose control, who shed their humanity beneath the silver light, becoming something wild, something hungry. They were called many names: Lugaru, Lycanthrope, Werewolf. But where did this curse begin? And could there be truth hidden behind the legend? Hello everyone, and welcome to Legends and Myths, where we dive in like Poseidon into everything legend and mythology. Today, we unveil one of the most oldest and most terrifying legends of all time, the werewolf. Before we continue, I just want to say your support helps me bring these gods, spirits, and ancient worlds to life. Every legend and research takes hours of diving into ancient texts and art. If you would like to help me keep uncovering these forgotten myths, you can support me with a small donation, link below. With that being said, let's dive in. Werewolf myths were widespread across Europe, with roots in pagan traditions and warrior cults, particularly in northern and central Europe. These legends often involved men transforming into wolves through magical means like wearing a wolf pelt, and these stories later became entangled with beliefs in witchcraft and demonic curses, especially during the witch trials of the 16th to 18th centuries. Different regions had distinct traditions. For example, Scandinavian mythology features Hamramir, or wolfskins, where individuals wore wolf pelts to take on a wolf's form and rage, a practice linked to the berserker warriors. The first tale of the werewolf begins not in medieval Europe, but in ancient Greece. The story of King Lycaon is a well-known myth in Greek mythology. Lycaon was a king of Arcadia who became known for his cruelty and impiety. He was so blasphemous that he sought to test the gods' power. One day, Zeus visited Lycaon's kingdom, disguised as a mortal, but Lycaon recognized him, and, instead of welcoming him, decided to test the god. To test Zeus, Lycaon ordered a banquet and had one of his sons, or in some accounts a captive or stranger, killed and cooked. Zeus was served the meal, but, recognizing the human flesh, became enraged. He revealed his true identity and, in his fury, destroyed Lycaon's palace and cursed him to become the very beast he had imitated. Zeus transformed Lycaon into a wolf as punishment for his horrific crime. Depending on the version, Lycaon was turned into a monstrous wolf-like creature, condemned to roam the earth and feast on human flesh. Lycaon's punishment would give birth to a word that still haunts us today: lycanthropy. Lycanthropy has two main definitions. In folklore, it is the supernatural ability of a person to transform into a wolf or animal, while in medicine, it is clinical lycanthropy, a rare psychiatric syndrome involving the delusional belief that one is an animal. The term comes from the Greek words lykos, wolf, and anthropos, man. Sufferers might have sensations or feelings of being an animal, such as a feeling of being on all fours or a change in sensory perception. Clinical lycanthropy can be associated with other psychological conditions, including schizophrenia, bipolar disorder, and psychotic depression, and can involve various types of hallucinations. Belief in such transformations, or lycanthropic conditions, can be seen in the folklore and legends of many cultures worldwide, linked to beliefs in werewolves, witches, and animal spirits. By the Middle Ages, fear of the werewolf had spread like wildfire across Europe. Villagers claimed men prowled the woods by night, tearing through livestock and even people. In 1589, one such man stood trial, Peter Stump, the werewolf of Bedburg. He confessed to using a quote-unquote magic belt that turned him into a wolf, but under torture, truth, and terror became impossible to separate. Another true tale is the beast of Gavaden, who was a man-eating animal or animals that terrorized a region of France between 1764 and 1767. Killing an estimated 100 people, the creature was described as wolf-like but with abnormal size and features, leading to theories that it was a wolf-dog hybrid, or possibly another large creature like a lion or hyena. The attacks spread terror throughout the region, causing many to abandon their farms and keep their children inside. King Louis XV sent soldiers and hunting parties to capture the creature, but they were unsuccessful. After the first beast was killed by a royal hunter, attacks resumed, leading locals to believe there was more than one animal. The attacks finally stopped after a local hunter named Jean Chastel killed the creature with a silver bullet. The creature was stuffed and sent to the king, confirming it had human remains in its stomach. As Europe became more Christianized, werewolf beliefs were integrated into the framework of witchcraft and demonic curses. The church often condemned these beliefs as satanic, leading to werewolf accusations being treated as a form of witchcraft in many areas. From the 16th to the 18th centuries, many individuals were accused of being werewolves during witch trials. Confessions were often obtained under duress and forced the accused to conform to narratives of demonic pacts and magical transformations. Some physicians in the past theorized that the belief in lycanthropy was a form of melancholia or a delusion, though others believed it could be caused by supernatural forces. Werewolf transformation is a mythical process involving rapid physical changes like bone elongation, growing claws and fangs, and fur sprouting, often triggered by factors such as moonlight, a curse, or being bitten. The process is often painful and physically demanding. For males, transformation is often depicted as a loss of control, where they struggle with their inner beast. This battle with their animal instincts can lead to a more wild and uncontrollable form. Female transformations can be more graceful or less aggressive. Since this is a fictional concept, the exact mechanics vary widely across stories and folklore, ranging from supernatural causes to pseudo-scientific ones involving a virus. Werewolves can have different forms depending on the lore, such as a full wolf, a hybrid, or even a dire wolf. The duration of the transformation can vary, from a few minutes to several hours. Methods to cure lycanthropy or control the transformation also vary, with some stories mentioning silver bullets, potions like wolf's bane, or specific rituals. Traditional methods to killing a werewolf, according to the lore, can be weapons made of silver, such as a bullet, sword, or stake, is the most reliable way to kill a werewolf. Another is decapitation. Severing the head is another traditional method of killing a werewolf. Piercing the heart, especially with a blessed or silver weapon, is believed to be a sure way to kill a creature. Some stories suggest that werewolves can be killed by fire. A stake made of wolf's bane and driven through the heart is also mentioned as a way to kill a werewolf. While silver is the most iconic weakness, in some lore, werewolves can be killed with any weapon that causes lethal damage. Although it may take more effort or many hits to achieve this due to their enhanced durability. The werewolf is only one face of a universal legend. From the Navajo skinwalkers to the Norse berserkers, Humanity has always told stories of crossing the line between man and beast, a reflection of our ancient fear and fascination with power. Werewolves have appeared in many pop cultures. In 1941, the Wolfman brought the curse to life for a new generation. Lon Chaney Jr.'s tragic transformation under the full moon gave us the image we still recognize today. The man torn between humanity and hunger. It was this film that introduced the silver bullet, the full moon, and the idea that a werewolf could be a victim of his own nature. Not just a monster, but a soul in torment. As horror evolved, so did the wolf. The 1980s gave us a new kind of transformation, painful, visceral, and unforgettable. Films like An American Werewolf in London and The Howling used groundbreaking effects to show the agony of becoming the beast. Flesh stretching, bones cracking, the man and monster merging before our eyes. It wasn't just horror anymore, it was body horror. The werewolf became a symbol of losing control of the animal instincts we tried to hide. Then came a new age, one where monsters were just feared but understood. The early 2000s gave rise to the tragic anti-hero werewolf, fighting against his own curse. From Underworld's brutal Lycans to Twilight's shapeshifters, the werewolf became a reflection of human emotion, loyalty, rage, love, and rebellion. In each story, one question remains: is the beast the real curse, or the world that refuses to accept it? Today, the werewolf stands as more than a creature of horror. It's an icon of transformation itself. You'll find it in video games, anime, even music, each version exploring identity, rage, and freedom. The myth has survived not because it terrifies us, but because deep down, it represents us. From cursed kings and medieval beasts to tragic anti-heroes and cinematic legends, the werewolf has stalked the human imagination for thousands of years. Maybe the werewolf isn't just a story about a curse. Maybe it's a mirror, reminding us that the wild, untamed side of human nature still lives within us all. Tell me, do you believe the legend of the werewolf was ever real? Be sure to let me know in the comments section below. Thank you guys for watching another episode on Legends and Myths Unveiled. If you enjoy these videos, please make sure to like, share, and subscribe, as it helps keep these myths alive. I hope you guys have a good day, take care, and I'll see you in the next myth.